So Chicago has kind of been on my mind lately. And I was thinking back to a shorts that I had did talking about the violence in Chicago. And the people in that city wanted my head on a stake, like really defending the violence and defending that city with every breath in them. And I use Chicago because Chicago is a big city. It's a big city and it's known for its violence. It's also, it should be known for the good because I heard the rich part of Chicago is like really nice. But Chicago is known for its violence, especially its gang violence. And for some reason, the people that are there protect Chicago. They want to protect um, the thugs. They want to protect the violence, the gun violence, the robberies. They want to protect these things within their community. And not even gonna lie, like where my brother was gunned down, it's kind of like that. It's a really tiny city, and there's so many black on black crime that goes on there and unsolved murders. And I would get into that in another video, but it just baffled me that people will want to protect these cities. And a lot of the times, these people contribute nothing to these cities. And I'm not just talking about Chicago, I'm talking about all over the country. These people contribute nothing to their cities. You have people that are out drug dealing, doing more harm and damage to their city than anything. And they'll tell you, don't talk about where I'm from, da 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 da. You know how they be doing. We'll have the tattoos on their forearms and everything, their neighborhood. And it's like, bruh, that's the biggest that you can think. I'm gonna name a hood that's where I'm from. Mosby Court. They'll have Mosby tattooed on them. They'll have Creighton tattooed on them. I'm not too like crazy about having the 804 tattoo, but you know, it's like that's the biggest that you can think. You can't get any further than that. Why would you want to tie yourself and limit yourself to a neighborhood that is, also the projects, that is also low class, that is also an area where there's a lot of pain and suffering going on? Why would you want to associate yourself with that just because that's where you temporarily live? That's not your hood. That is the government's hood. Technically, us that pay that the money that comes out of our paycheck, that's ours. And these people will get these things tattooed on them. They will fight for their hood. I was talking to one of my friends yesterday, and I'm from Chesterfield. I'm from Chesterfield County. So when somebody says Richmond, I just look at Richmond as a whole. But I did not know. Like, I know there's like little sections in Richmond. Like, you have, like I said, you have Mosby, which is a neighborhood. And it's like kind of like an area too. You have your Jackson Ward. You have, I would say, the East End. East End is Richmond, but the East End is considered Henrico. Um, you have the Chamberlain area, that's Richmond. But there are certain parts of Richmond, like you have to check in to go to these neighborhoods. So he was telling me a story, one of his stories about that, like when he was younger. Like, yeah, we don't go to that part. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, Richmond is Richmond. I just look at y'all as like being as a whole being Richmond. He was like, nah, it's not like that. Like, some places you have to make sure that you can go there. And I was like, that is just so dumb. That is so silly. Like, what do I look like checking in with somebody to go to a neighborhood? Like, bruh, get out of my face. Watch out so I can go to this Asian lady to get my nails done. That's in your hood that I have to check into. Or let me go to the corner store that's ran by the Indians, the Arabs, or the Somalis. That's in your hood. But I have to check in with you, and you work at Walmart. You driving a forklift for Costco, and I have to check in with you. You're the leader of this hood. Like, do y'all hear how silly and crazy that sounds? And this is legit. Like, people live their lives like this. There are people that will hang out all day at the corner store ran by these Somalis or the Indians, the Arabs, the Asians. They would hang out at their store all day with nothing to do, defending their hood that they contribute nothing to. Don't do anything for their neighborhood, don't do anything for their community, but want to check you if you talk about their city, if you talk about their neighborhood. Do y'all hear like how crazy this sounds? And somebody like me that calls this type of behavior out, I'm the sellout. I need to be careful. I need to watch my mouth. Why would I want to do something like that? Why would I want to limit myself and what I can say out of my mouth and express myself when I don't have to listen to you? I don't have the same mindset as a lot of these people. And I don't want the same mindset because it's very limited, it's very small, it gives very scared, it gives very intimidated. Why would I want to be that? And I'm saying all of that to say this. I am going to be joining the army soon. I have medical on Friday. I'm going to spend like all day doing that. And my brother, his death day is coming up and at the end of October. And the city where he was gunned down, they have not done anything. Like we still don't know anything. So my mom is still grieving, so I'm still dealing with that. And year after year, we're getting the same excuse as to what's going on with the case. And I did some research last night, and like I said, I don't want to get too much into it in this video, but that city is completely out of control. It's completely out of control. And I am hoping, I am praying that I do go viral because I am about to start calling these cities out. I'm going to start with Petersburg, Virginia, because there's way too many unsolved black men, black women that nobody cares about their case. Y'all aren't giving these families the justices that they need. And I say all of that to say this also, that city is really tiny, which means people know who's committing these murders. They just won't speak up. And this is what I mean by these people will protect these cities with their life. Like, you don't care that you have a murderer, you have murderers running around where you're supposed to feel safe, where you grew up at. You don't care that you have those people, those type of people running around. And that lets me know that you can't really care too much about your people as black people. You can't really care too much about yourself or your children or your grandchildren or whoever that live in that city that has to grow up in that city or that neighborhood. You don't care because you want to protect the ones that commit the crimes. So I'm going to start doing more research because I want to get to a point where I'm telling you guys these individuals' names and finding out their stories if I can. I can't say that I want to see change within the black community and I'm not physically showing you guys the change that I'm adding to the community. Like, I've been working for 3 years trying to figure out, who murdered my brother and get some type of justice. I even started a change.org petition to start call out these police officers. Well, the Petersburg Police Department in the city of Petersburg. That's what I have been doing because I actually care about black people. I don't care about protecting criminals like a lot of people do. So yeah, I hopefully I find out something before I ship off, but I'm on crunch time. I'm going to have my foot on these people's necks. Like, I'm not playing with them. And if you want results, you gotta stick your neck out there. I'm going to really put Petersburg, like, have a bullseye on them so people can see what's really going on here. And I will give y'all a more of a breakdown in another video of the research that I did because it's really pathetic. But let me know you guys' thoughts and opinions on this, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.